Hey, my beautiful Scorpios, welcome to your reading. This is for April 2024. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Some of you are intuitively guided. Thank you for paying attention to your intuition. Your intuition's very strong, Scorpio. Um, you know, Borderline psychic, if not. And I feel like that's just like almost a natural part. I guess not everyone. And I guess it depends on like how you develop it, or if you choose maybe not to develop it. So, anyways, so if you're intuitively guided to something, I would definitely pay attention to that because I feel like again, you just have that natural attraction. I think is the word. Anyways, so for those in love with the Scorpio, good luck. That's funny. I said the same thing for Virgo. I don't know why. Well, I do know why I'm a Virgo, and I thought good luck. Um, but no, I Scorpio is a beautiful sign to fall in love with. Um, though it can have its challenges just like any other sign. But beyond that, whatever brought you, welcome, guys. So for the month of April, I decided that I'm going to use two different tarot decks for your main spread. And I'm using the same decks in every single spread because I want to see the synchronicities. I want to show or see where people are showing up so I can let you know that. So we're going to use the Psychic Tarot. We'll do a line of the Psychic Tarot, and then we're going to use the Tarot Dreams. And I like them together. But we're going to start with Mother Mary to get our words of wisdom. I'm going to go ahead and bring this lid down. By the way, we're doing an evening reading. Um, and I feel like it's a perfect time to do Scorpio's reading is in the evening. I say that because I feel like in the evening we go deeper. All right, Mother Mary, for our beautiful Scorpios. I know many of you have been struggling, and I feel like saying, hang in there. Keep on doing you. Keep on doing you. Um, today is the beginning of Mercury retrograde. So I was feeling like before I began your reading, while I was shuffling your cards, for you, I was feeling it. To me, it means don't react. Like if somebody is like pushing you, like with their words, think of Mercury retrograde, and sometimes it's better just not to react or just to walk away, type of thing. Whatever you want to do. However, keep in mind that Mercury is in retrograde. Um, and then we have the solar eclipse. So we have a lot going on. And, I am a big believer that, we feel like the moon influences, I know it influences my mood, just like the sun does. Um, so anyway, Mother Mary gives you home. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. So if any of you are worried about a home, it feels like, well, there's divine guidance being sent your way. And like, you just need to trust that. Could it be that simple? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, it's funny. I'm seeing that scroll and I'm thinking like something that's like written in the fabric of time. So I feel like whatever I'm going through, almost like the solution is in the history. And that could be like past lives or what have you. It's almost like your higher self. It's like I get a glance at the Akashic records. Oh, and there is that experience. All right, we'll read that at the end though. But I'm sure we'll figure out why it's here. So let's go ahead and start with the Tarot of Dream. I'm sorry, the Psychic Tarot. Again, everything is pre-shuffled, but I do like to shuffle with you here. I said this in another reading, like when I do your monthly readings, I just feel like you're all in the room with me, like we're all sitting around, hanging out, and reading tarot cards. You know what I mean? Um, that's how I feel. Like I feel like you're right here. All right. We didn't really need to shuffle it that much, but oh, all right. Well, maybe that's why I want it shuffled. So, star, I'll take it. Hope. Let's call it here. Card of Aquarius. It's about your dreams, your wishes, you know, potentially something coming true. Again, I feel like because I picture like I don't know, I guess I would say maybe Earth Angel, like pouring her effort also into the land, into the wish and helping to grow it. And it's like, put you and divine together and like watch out. Like dreams really do come true. I just realized just someone standing in the middle of that. Looks like the sun, right? Hmm. We have emotional loss. Maybe your spirit guide. Like, I don't know, I've never seen that before, but like all of a sudden I see someone standing in the middle of what looks like the sun to me, even though this is about the star. This is the star card. So for some of you, it could certainly be spiritual guidance, someone that you lost, or some type of connection here. I just feel it. All right. Material and financial changes. Two fives back to back. You're not the only one who received that. The universe. Interesting. It's like it feels like the earth is working against me, but the universe has my back. No, the earth feels like it's working against me. The universe would say again, but we have your back. All right, if we're gonna keep going, we got more. We have the moon. Hmm. Card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. We have nice the Nine of Cups, fulfillment of wishes. It's like keep those dreams alive, and then the fulfillment of a wish. And it's interesting, like when, and it's interesting that this person is like almost like talking to their shadow self, almost like I was feeling here where like I'm going back and I know I've had this experience before, so I know what to do. Because I do feel like even though, there feels like some difficulty here, I feel like maybe I'm learning. Maybe I'm learning. And then, hello, fulfillment of wishes. Nine cups, that's inner harmony. That's when you don't care what other people think so much. You know what I mean? Like those that are against you, it's okay. Like I'm okay with that. I wish you would, reconsider, be this, be that, but, you are what you are, and I am what I am. Hmm. And then look at this positive movement forward. I have to say, I have seen a what's the word I want to say, a pattern between all the readings. And I feel like part of it, the pattern, or most of the pattern, is that like this difficult energy, kind of feeling stuck in the mud, so to speak. And it can be from other people, or it can just be life. I feel like is being lifted, and I feel like many are moving now more into, like where your finances, like I had to work twice as hard to earn, half the money. And now things start to turn in the other direction. Do I think it's magic? No. I think it's you and divine working hand in hand. And because, I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like, first of all, there's two changes, right? Two fives, two changes, though one change or one five, emotional loss. I feel for some of you, again, that connection to like someone who is connected to you, someone who um wants your dreams to come true, wants, what you want to come true. And then I feel like in the other part is now you know what I mean? But I feel like ultimately fulfillment of wishes and positive movement forward from that. I mean, where can we go from that? All right, what am I doing? Well, I might also finish out with the psychic tarot because it seems to be the one that wants to be front and center. So we'll go ahead and allow it. And the next line we'll do tarot dreams. Hmm. All right, we have balance, but it is in reverse. So something's off balance. We have the Six of Wands. I feel like it was in reverse, but I don't remember. And then we have your card, your major arcana. It's called transformation in this deck. I feel like you're moving into a time which just feels kind of like instant karma. But I feel like this time around, like good karma is coming back to you. And, and I feel like it's time. Like, like I'll be damned. Like I've given it all away. Um, because I do kind of feel like that energy of feeling defeated. But at the same time, I get this feeling of like moving into like more of a like I'll be damned in a very powerful type of energy. You know, uh, Maybe no longer denying your guides. You know what I mean? Like when you see a sign, you're like, yeah, that's a sign. And that may be for one particular person. I don't know. But I do feel like for some, it's like, don't ignore our signs. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I feel like someone's saying, dry those eyes, dry those tears. And I do. I feel that for you. And it's almost like you don't have time for tears right now. No time for tears. Because everything's moving forward. and I want to jump on this train. I want you to jump on this train. So we need to wipe those tears and jump on this train because everything is moving forward. And I feel like whatever is unbalanced, and if I only look at what's mirroring it, which is shadow, but I feel like it's really finding that balance. Scorpio, you're one of those signs where, you're just as comfortable living under the water as you are above the water. To me, that means like you're comfortable with anyone. You're comfortable with anyone and everyone. And if you're not comfortable with someone, then there's probably a reason. You know what I mean? Like, I would trust you to tell me if someone is good or maybe not so good for me. Um, but also a great motivator. You're a great motivator. So, maybe when I learn that, like, listen, it's not about like shutting my shadow self off. It's about finding true balance within it, you know? It's like it doesn't mean that that I can't go through the dark, but I can go through the dark with the light, with the light within me. Knowing, it's like I already know the way out. Hmm. Okay. Um, well, let's at least give the Troy Dreams a couple cards. Let's go ahead and cut them. I don't even think we cut them. I'm not even worried about shuffling them at this point. I feel like the gates are opening. The gates are opening, and I got to be able, ready, and willing to walk through the gates before they close. It's almost like, it's a time period. And again, like a train is going through timelines, and it's all moving forward. I'm either going to jump on board or I'm not. Well, we have the Nine of Wands. That's inner reflection, but only to a point. It's interesting. He's looking right back at the death card, and the death card is about the closing of doors. And, that may be where I'm feeling like it's more like on an emotional level and move into your I can do it, I can do it type of energy. Because he's looking right back and I feel like this person is ultimately through the Nine of Wands becomes like the spirit warrior. A lot of times you'll see like their clothes are tethered and torn and that's because their muscles have grown, representing your spiritual strength. So, when I reflect back at my life, I'm not going to reflect back at all I've done wrong because I was probably learning. What I'm going to do is realize that, listen, I'm the person I am today because of my experiences. And then I feel like a death card is, and then close that door. And then it's time to move. Like I feel like you learn to really trust yourself here. So, that inner reflection, um, some don't think it's important, but I think it's like, I feel like if you don't know yourself, you have to know yourself. All right. And then we have Faith. Hello, Faith. That's my granddaughter's name, Faith. Who my daughter is a Scorpio, by the way, 29th of October. So her daughter is Faith. This is the major arcana for Taurus. Interesting. Who is your opposite sign, by the way, Scorpio? And really one of in your compatibility with other signs, Taurus is really number one. Doesn't mean it always works out. You know why? Because you balance. Look at that balance. Something's off balance, and and I'm talking about balance right now. Some of you may be connected to a Taurus. That's just that can't be a coincidence. I feel like it's just saying, like, it just feels like it's your time to be happy. Like, I just feel that. Like, it's your time to be happy, not sad. I feel like it is your time for action, but I also feel it's very inspired. I feel like and why? Because I feel like you've learned so much. And because I do feel like you are great. A lot of people, when they have problems, who do they go to? Scorpio. All right. It's on the bottom of the deck. Foundation and achievements. And we have the Queen of Cups. Interesting, when I was shuffling this deck, Queen of Cups came out a couple times. We have the Three of Cups under that, and we have patience and planning under that. It's almost like a commitment will come to you. Um, that's the Four of Wands, called the marriage card. Really, it's about, I feel like two who really want to be together. They would have to be in the same wavelength, I would think. Because I feel like if you jump on this train, then I feel like your wavelength, like, anyone who like comes against you, I feel like, ooh, it's almost like divine will take care of them. Don't react. Don't react. Not to energy that's not worth reacting to. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean be someone's fool. And I'm only talking about Mercury retrograde. And because I feel like you have so much energy that's pulling you forward, don't let anybody pull you back. You know what I mean? Because that can happen. You know? It's like when you learn to completely trust yourself, then I feel like everything changes. And that's probably for all of us. When we can take care of ourselves, everything changes. And again, I feel like this is for all of us. All right, let's go ahead and I almost feel like I don't need to clarify, but look at that, the hangman. My deck's in reverse. That's why I always look, because I don't put reversals in my deck. So if they come reversed, then I know they're reversed. All right, King of Cups. King of Cups. The Chariot. Interesting. The Chariot. Can be card of Cancer. It is a card of Cancer, by the way. But I feel like it's what's helping you move. The Chariot moves with balance. And it is the balance between the masculine and the feminine within ourselves, the light and the dark. The Chariot moves through our intentions and nothing else. Like, our intentions tell the horses where to go. And again, I feel like the days of crying, I feel like, are coming to an end. And I feel like there's all different kinds of reasons. Like, not that I can't pinpoint, but I feel like there's different reasons for different people. All right, let's keep going with the hermit. You know, the wise old one coming over financial and material changes. And it's interesting because the hermit here is emerging from the cave and shining his wisdom through that beacon of light outwardly, like, to the masses. And that may feel new to you. It may feel new to you, but I feel like, look at these nines. I feel like it may feel new to you, but again, it doesn't feel to me like it's new to you. Because I feel like a lot of the wisdom you already have. Even if you haven't, I don't know, and maybe that's like higher self type of wisdom I'm talking about. I'm not sure. So we do have the hangman over the universe. Hmm. So I feel like that's really you. The hangman is seeking advice for like his next steps within the world. Excuse me one second. Give me the wisdom, the confidence to know that I should move forward, which direction I should go. And look what the hermit is doing. It's like there's this beacon of light illuminating the hangman's question and answer. And therefore, with the world, maybe that is what, maybe that's you listening, paying attention to your guides, because I feel like that's very clear. Some of you, this King of Cups, it's interesting. It could be you. And I say that if you're a female, it could be calling for you to be more in your masculine energy. But I also feel like it could relate to love, and it may talk about like, in its right time, and some may be like, well, when the heck is that? Well, there may be more things that you need to accomplish. You know what I mean? And to me, that would be in divine timing. So, but we'll see. Could also represent a Cancer sitting right by a Cancer. But the truth is in the Five of Cups, when somebody, does dry off those tears, even though I feel like they're going on this quest, and it's like an adventure. Um, and because I feel like I don't know, maybe you're just allowing yourself to be like more free or something. There's something. There's like this trust within your abilities or something. And I feel like when you set that free, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. I don't even know where I was going with that. Hmm. I don't know. We have, okay. Again, I have my deck in reverse. Why does that keep happening? So we have the Two of Wands. That's probably why I was feeling like adventure. Because this does talk about, starting down a path that is like an adventure. It is desirable. It is a path of action. There's no fear on this path. Doesn't necessarily mean fear doesn't raise its ugly head here and there, but I'm able to push it down, push it away because there's something calling me that feels stronger. I feel like for some of you, like you found this clarity that you've been seeking. We have the Queen of Swords over the Nine of Cups, over fulfillment of wishes. And then we have the Five of Wands over positive movement forward. So you're definitely disconnecting with certain type of energy. You know, Five of Wands, that's exactly the energy I was talking about with Mercury retrograde, where I feel like everyone is fighting and they don't even know what they're fighting for. It's just like wah 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 wah. And everyone gets involved. It's like it can become drama filled. And I feel like also like if I'm expecting anyone to say like, "Oh, you're right. I'm wrong." It's not going to happen because there's too much ego in that energy. And the best thing I can do is leave it. Walk away from it, not react to it. Don't allow it to take that positive move it forward and try to pull you back in. Don't allow it to happen. Especially with the Queen of Swords. Though for some of you, I definitely feel it speaks about like your voice, your truth, what it is you have to say to the world. It's all these beautiful white doves, so it feels pure. Doesn't always mean I am pure, or I don't feel that I'm pure, but my thoughts are. Hmm. Or maybe what comes to you is, and maybe you have to trust that. Hmm. Ace of Cups. Look at that. What's mirroring it? The Two of Wands. Kind of like in its divine timing. It's kind of like love is being put on hold right now. Ace of Wands. Look at that. Two aces back to back. Um, this is inspired action. I often feel like when we receive the Ace of Wands, it's go time. Over material and spiritual prosperity. That's the energy of victory. How interesting is this ace is right below that two of wands, right where you're starting down that new path. It's like there's already the fire, there's the warmth, there's the light, there's everything you need to go forward. We have the eight of wands. When is this positive movement going to happen, Sandy? Well, I feel like what it's talking about are your intentions. It's really where your intentions are at. I guess if I'm stuck back here in the Five of Wands, like, pulled into all this drama energy, and maybe what I really have to do is learn how to go within and not react, then that's when I feel like, listen, I feel like it's just a time for you, first of all, for positive things to start to happen. But I also feel like I have to learn certain things from, just my experiences. And I feel like this is a period of time where I feel like you're building like no other. And finances, yes. Um, confidence, yes. Your voice, yes. Like there's so many things that I feel like are now ready. Don't get caught up in the drama, even if it's someone you love. Hello, Two of Cups. Interesting. Eight of Cups over the Hierophant. And then look at that, the Hierophant. I see the light, and now you're out like spreading the light. Like I felt the love, and now I'm out spreading the love. And I feel like it's interesting, Scorpio, because I feel like, I feel like you have a certain goal in mind, and I feel like that is to like build up. I feel like your spirituality is just naturally growing, and I feel like it's because it's meant to. It's like who you are. And, I feel like the more you know that about yourself, um, the more you accept that part. And whoever doesn't, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Because I feel like there is this path opening up, and it's like, portal, and it may only be for a period of time. And I feel like I want to go through that. And then I feel like the portal closes behind me. And it doesn't mean I'm eliminating. It just means, I don't know, it's almost like maybe on a different vibration. But look what follows. So I started the two, right? First, I'm seeking that wisdom, but I know I'm going to receive that. And by the way, I feel like you're talking to yourself. You're giving yourself the wisdom. And maybe therefore that's why you're so good at helping others. Giving yourself that same wisdom and then saying yes to this energy that you're starting to feel, because I know you have to be feeling it. And then I feel like it's moving along because it feels inspired, right? But as you're moving along, not only are you like coming to material and spiritual prosperity, but we have soulmates here, and we have the Ace of Cups. And the Hangman is almost saying, like, it's not time yet. And maybe this is the timing. Kind of love the energy of the Hierophant here again, because I feel like a lot of this has to do with your faith, your belief, your true self belief. And and I just hope you go for it. And no wonder I felt like this king, in a way, I felt like I don't think he's yet. Like, I don't feel his energy yet, but I feel he's meant to be here, but I don't feel it's his time yet. Well, I think that's down here in the Two of Cups. I mean, come on, Scorpio. Nothing less than a soulmate for you. Don't spend your time, like, trying to heal those who don't want to be healed. What's that saying? Don't cast your pearls before pigs. You know, if my energy is not going to help your energy, then I'm going to move on. And so this person is. I'm going to trust my faith. I'm going to trust myself. And I'm going to take this journey. And see where it leads. That's what I say. See where it leads. Because I feel like once you begin, like, I don't feel this Ace of Wands is a one time thing. I feel you're inspired, and then you do, and then you're inspired, and then you do, and then you're inspired, and then you do. So it all, and I have a feeling there's love, not just a romance. It does feel like first there's this, because I feel like this is a journey, but I feel like ultimately it's showing you. And I feel like, how strong are you at this point? I mean, really. So I feel like whoever has you as a partner, like, wow, their energy better be pretty high too. And I feel like, don't accept less. So, all right, I think I'm gonna leave it there, but I'm gonna read home, home. Home. You drew this card because of concerns about what is happening in your household. Mother Mary is letting you know that God is watching over you and sending you divine guidance as to how you can improve your home life. Expect a positive change in your current situation, especially as you allow more love to reside within the home of your heart and mind. Your home life affects your happiness, relationships, and even your health. So it's essential to take action steps to bring about a peaceful, safe, and happy environment. Yet, change can be threatening because of fears of the unknown, even if it's a positive adjustment. If you find yourself resisting making a change for the better, call upon Mother Mary and the angels for encouragement, signs, and guidance. Trust these messages and follow them out. Scorpio. Amen. What a reading. It's like some readings, like you have to think of a title. It's like, how do I even begin to title this? How do we even begin? Hmm. Where do we begin to tell the story of dun, 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 dun. The movie The Love Story? Oh my God, it was such a good story. Anyway, I don't know why I'm singing that. Maybe somebody relates to that. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna let it be. I can't wait to read your comments. I really can't. And because I know some of you are gonna be at different places. So your comments can certainly help others too. So thank you in advance. I love you. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.